but not looking like he's going to slow down at all. These speeds extremely fast here. It looks like he's upwards of about 85, 90 miles per hour as he continues north on the 5, but not slowing down for traffic. Now someone's actually trying to change lanes. They see all those lights behind them. You can see them trying to change into the slow lane to get out of the way for police. Now he's on the shoulder, on the right shoulder, going around that traffic. These passersby, completely innocent here, just seeing the lights in their rearview mirrors, trying to get out of the way. But this car, this S10 Chevy truck, actually making it very difficult because he's just piling through people. You see him make another maneuver there through those two lanes of traffic. Now he's behind 2 cars. This is in the 1 and 2 lane. Again, pursuit started around the 110 freeway and Adams down in South LA near USC, and right now we're on the I-5 northbound, passing the Mission Hills area, working our way into Sylmar. This guy continues to speed his way north on the 5.
Yeah, he's going really fast. If we started down at 110 and Adams, and now he's going there on northbound I-5, just past the 118, and pretty soon he's going to be coming up on the 14. And we'll have to make a decision on which way to go. But as you said, even though we don't have any confirmation of the information that you've heard, but it is a lot of information this early on, and really interesting and real different information than from what we normally get. We don't know how this chase started, why this person is running, but the information that we have is that he may be wounded, and authorities believe he may be under the influence of prescription medication. And we're also told that he is armed. And we're trying to get a closer look. His vehicle is this white Chevy pickup going really fast, but it looks like losing control right now. And look, it's really fully loaded, too.
Wow, yeah, that's right. And you can see him just swerving back and forth. The stuff in the bed looks like it almost might fall out of the truck. Can't tell if he's doing that on purpose or if he's just losing control of the vehicle. We haven't heard any words about maybe those tires might be blown, if they maybe used a spike strip during the early portions of this pursuit. But you can see just fishtailing back and forth. Can't tell if the driver was doing that on purpose. We don't see any sparks or any smoke to let us believe that any of these tires are blown. But that stuff, the random stuff that's in the back of his bed of that pickup right now, just shifting back and forth, it almost looked like he might have been trying to kick it out of the back of the truck to give himself some more maneuverability. But right now coming up on traffic here as he approaches the 405 and 210 here on the 5 freeway. You can see how far back the police have pulled because of all that side traffic. Right now we're coming up on the 210, and he looks like he's just continuing north on the 5. Again, those maneuvers, we saw those fishtailing. That was when that traffic wasn't around. Now we've got more traffic around him. We don't see him shifting side to side like that. It looks like he was probably doing that on purpose, maybe trying to kick something out of the back of the truck, or just trying to fend off police, trying to maybe fake his way where he almost did at Paxton Street earlier tonight. So now he's shifting over to the right lane. Maybe he's setting up for the 210. This exit takes you the 210 eastbound, then back around towards Pasadena, so that is a possibility.
It looks like he's swerving to the right side, to the shoulder. No, he's swerving back. He's been moving all across the freeway.
He's been kind of riding that shoulder on the right and in the right lane of that 2-lane highway. And it's not even, even if he decided to bail at some point, some pursuit suspects, they find buildings or alleys or places to run. It is open fields with bushes and Joshua trees out there.
And
that is it.
It is dark out there, too. So hopefully, we hope that he runs out of gas very soon. He's been traveling a very long distance from South LA and now all the way up to the Rosemont area.
Well, here's a good question, Justin. How about police? I mean, they have to worry about their fuel as well. And at what point, I don't even know what would be remaining in terms of city or town police forces at this point that could jump in and help.
Well, if they needed to, they could call on the small locales as they come into the Mojave area and try to use those police forces as support as well. But CHP has a frequency that they can talk statewide all the way to Northern California as well, and they can bring in highway patrol officers at any point in this pursuit. They can have people coming from all different areas to join in with this. We saw some of that in the Antelope Valley, a number of those different CHP units joining the pursuit and coming in to aid some of those vehicles that might, as you mentioned, be running out of gas from where this thing started in South LA. But again, this guy's just continuing into the darkness here, into no man's land. You can see a bridge now he's going under, and then some lights there off the side of the road. But for the most part here, just continuing into nowhere. You mentioned that bushes and Joshua trees are all he has on the sides of the road to go on. The only other obstacle that's out there are fences, so that's going to stop him as well. So really, there's nowhere for him to go here. The CHP is going to be on him wherever he runs out of gas or wherever he loses control of that vehicle. As you can see, we're kind of pulling out here. We're losing our ability to continue following this pursuit. We're going to do the best we can to keep going, but at some point we're going to have to pull off as well. So CHP following this guy up to the north. Right now he's in the area of Bacchus Road, which is still about 15 to 20 miles south of Mojave, but he's continuing northbound on the 14. But now it looks like the speed is slowing down. He could be pulling over here. We could see an end to this pursuit here in the area. Now you see that night sun from the helicopter overhead. Yes. And yeah, he is coming to a stop here on the right shoulder. It does look like the vehicle is still moving, although very slowly. His hands are out of the vehicle, both hands up, but he's reaching in with his right hand. They told him to throw something out. It looked like it could have been a wallet, flapped a little bit, but again, they do believe that this guy is armed, so they're going to talk him out of the vehicle. This is a very good situation for police here. He's got his both hands up, and you can see, I'm going to pull out here for just a second. You can see how many different units in the pursuit here pulling up. Looks like about 25 different cop cars here, all have him surrounded here on the freeway. He's now getting out on the freeway. They're going to talk him out, away from the vehicle, out away from that, whatever he threw out of the car, whether that is his weapon or was his wallet. They just wanted to get him. Now they're walking him away from the vehicle. He's got both hands up. They're going to turn his back to the police officers, talk him directly down to the ground so that he's sprawled out on the freeway, on the 14 here, so that there's no chance that he can do any funny business as the police take him into custody here. Again, an extremely long pursuit, came all the way from South LA at the 110 and Adams, very near to USC, now coming to an end north of Lancaster here, between Lancaster and Mojave on the 14 freeway. You can see he's still kind of gesturing to police here.
Yeah.
They are asking him to put his arms up. We're just going to keep out wide here in case something drastic happens. You can see a huge force of police here on the right side of your screen, all with guns drawn with this guy. Again, we believe this pursuit started because of an officer-involved shooting with the Los Angeles Police Department. So still a very dangerous situation. They consider this guy extremely dangerous. They do believe that he was wounded in that officer-involved shooting, and that also he could be under the influence of some medication. You see a little bit of the fog in that picture there, right there. That's actually exhaust from our helicopter. We are repositioning ourselves so we can get a shot of this as well. But you can see they are talking this guy down and putting him on the ground. They're going to get him fully on the ground before they take him into custody here on the 14. Rick and Sharon?
Again, if you are just joining us, you are watching the end of a pursuit that has started way over an hour ago, about an hour and a half ago in South Los Angeles. This man that's lying on the ground right now was driving that white pickup truck. He led police officers and CHP officers on a very, very long pursuit, driving at erratic speeds, erratic behavior. He's wounded, he's armed, he's wanted in an officer-involved shooting near 77th Division of the LAPD. This pursuit started at the 110 and Adams near USC shortly after 9 o'clock. And this has gone all through Canyon Country, and it has finally ended at Rosemont, which is, I believe, just north of Lancaster. And there he is on the ground. Lots of police officers, CHP officers, pointing their guns at him, telling him to get down. There they are approaching that man on the ground, and there they go, handcuffing him, and he is finally in custody.
He just tossed, they just kicked something aside as well, and all right, so.